We are seeing such a spike in diabetes and hypertension in the youth, so it is important to tap into their potential from young and get them engaged and more hyped up about physical education.
And Caribbean Wellness Day activities also took place at the Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. And the activities for Caribbean Wellness Day continued on the weekend, and the Ministry of Health held a walk in observance of Caribbean Wellness Day aimed at promoting regular physical activity to fight non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and chronic respiratory illness. Now, the walk took place from the George Odlum Stadium to Sandy Beach in Vieux-Fort, and the Ministry of Health also collaborated with St. Lucia Wake Up and Run, Taiwan ICDF Chronic Metabolic Disease Project, and other agencies such as Forest Springs. So let's take a recap of the Caribbean Wellness Day walk for 2025.
As part of a series of activities in observance of Caribbean Wellness Day and a call for action to confront non-communicable diseases, NCDs, and their risk factors, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs recently held its third annual Caribbean Wellness Day walk. The walk was organized with the aim of setting the tone for the use of physical activity as a step towards a healthier lifestyle. The walk got underway at the George Odlum Stadium, with participants walking through the community of Larissus and the town of Vieux-Fort and ending at Sandy Beach. Senior Medical Officer for Non-Communicable Diseases, NCDs, and Mental Health, Dr. Shanna Sarah Filbert, highlighted the need to address the preventable risk factors associated with the issue of NCDs in the country.
And we're hoping that this annual walk continues to raise awareness of the importance of simple things like just physical activity and especially walking. It is just a first step in many other things in making those healthy lifestyle choices. And of course, Caribbean Wellness Day is that point in time where we remind persons of the importance of making those healthy lifestyle choices for better health. And so we're hoping that this walk is just the beginning, and persons throughout the year until next September continue to engage in physical activity, healthy eating, stress management, drinking water, all those good things that help us control and prevent non-communicable diseases.
Given the need to enhance collaboration for NCD prevention and control in St. Lucia, the ministry partnered with St. Lucia Wake Up and Run to ensure increased participation of individuals in physical activity. Founder of St. Lucia Wake Up and Run, Rani Harris, commended the initiative and spoke on the need to promote regular physical activity as a foundation for good health.
I want to encourage people to keep on moving, do things to actually keep you healthy. Example, you walk, you run, you play football, get involved in some sporting activity, you do the gym, swimming, anything to keep you moving, keep your blood flow on a level, then I encourage you to do that, because it is very important. If you're not healthy, you can't work. If you have to work to make money, then you need to be healthy. So that is why we always say health is wealth. Without health, then you can accumulate wealth. So we use that line a lot. Health is wealth. And I always tell people, don't wait when it's too late. The time is now.
So there you have it, activities to commemorate Caribbean Wellness Day 2025. Of course, they went to the schools, and finally on Sunday, there was the Caribbean Wellness Day walk. And with that, we're going to take a really quick break. Of course, when we come back, we're getting ready for My Plate, a Healthy Plate, episode 3, with a focus on healthy snacks, championed by our chief nutritionist, Miss Lisa Hearn. So stay with us, we'll be right back.
Trans fats are either naturally occurring or industrially produced. Industrially produced trans fats are made by adding hydrogen to vegetable oils to make them solid. These oils become hydrogenated oils and can be found in the nutrition facts of certain products. Look closely in the ingredients list for hydrogenated oils, which would indicate that the product contains trans fats.
This message is brought to you by the Nutrition Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
Now you can have your deaf announcements and telebituaries heard on Sundays, right after the church service with Father Albert from the Babonneau Good Shepherd Catholic Church. That's right. On Sundays, have your deaf announcements and telebituaries heard right here on Hot 7 TV and Kiss FM simultaneously. Call 452-6040 from Monday to Friday. Call and make arrangements for your deaf announcements and telebituaries to be heard at 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and on Sunday right after the church service with Father Albert from the Babonneau Good Shepherd Catholic Church.
From your desk to your lunch table, whether you're on the job or taking a well-deserved break, get the top stories and breaking news all in one place. Join us Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. for Hot 7 Midday News, bringing you the latest headlines from St. Lucia and around the region. Stay connected, stay informed, only on Hot 7 TV.
Now you can take Hot FM, Kiss FM, and Hot 7 TV with you wherever you go. Whether you're in St. Lucia or exploring our four corners of the globe. Our record-breaking app has already been downloaded over 500,000 times on Google Play and the Apple App Store. To bring you the best in HD sound, we've relaunched a brand new app. Get it for free in the App Store by simply searching Caribbean Hot FM HD. Listen to us in real time, anywhere, any place, anytime. We've added so many cool new features, like our live in-studio option, where you can see your favorite announcers and DJs at work. So download the app today. It's free. Spread the news. St. Lucia is now in HD around the world on the Hot FM app. Don't miss out. Join the fun and stay connected.
Consuming foods with trans fats can negatively affect the body in many ways. It can increase the amount of fat around vital organs such as the heart, the kidneys, and the liver. Trans fats can also have a negative effect on the brain and nervous system. There is evidence to show a decline in mental health. Trans fats can also influence chronic inflammation in the body, which can increase disease risk.
This message is brought to you by the Nutrition Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
From your desk to your lunch table, whether you're on the job or taking a well-deserved break, get the top stories and breaking news all in one place. Join us Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. for Hot 7 Midday News, bringing you the latest headlines from St. Lucia and around the region. Stay connected, stay informed, only on Hot 7 TV.
To reduce trans fats in your diet. Avoid fried foods. Choose foods that are baked, steamed, broiled, or grilled. Choose more fresh fruits and vegetables, ground provisions, peas, beans, fish, lean meats, and nuts instead of highly processed foods. Cut back on the consumption of processed foods. Eat these foods less often and in smaller portions. Eat foods that are closest to the natural state as much as possible.
This message is brought to you by the Nutrition Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
Join us every Thursday from September 4th on Hot 7 from 9:30am to 10:30am. Don't miss this great opportunity to make life-benefiting changes to preparing meals.
St. Lucia,
Hot 7 TV was the first to bring you a full HD newscast. Now, here's another first. The Hot 7 Nightly News is now your first newscast for the evening in St. Lucia. You heard right. The Hot 7 Nightly News is now at 7:15. Yes, tune in at 6:45 p.m. and be the first to catch the latest happenings in your world. On the run, watch us on your cell phone or tablet via the Caribbean Hot FM app. Trusted, objective journalism from our diligent news team. Get it fresh, get it hot. The Hot 7 Nightly News, now at 7:15. Watch us on channel 117 on Flow, channel 7 Plug and Play, or follow us on Facebook Live on Caribbean Hot 7 TV.
Welcome back to the Wellness Hour, once again brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs in collaboration with Hot 7 TV and sponsored by the Caribbean Development Bank and the Inter-American Development Bank. And right now we're getting ready to premiere episode 3, My Plate, A Healthy Plate, which is hosted by our chief nutritionist, Ms. Lisa Hunt, and we're focusing on healthy snacks. And we have her right here with us. Good morning to you, Ms. Hunt.
Good morning.
And Ms. Hunt, we're getting ready for episode 3. Yes. I know that episode is a little longer, but again, it is packed with so much information.
Yes.
What was it like for you with the healthy snacks?
It was, I think I took on a little too much. I was trying to show as many healthy snacks as I wanted to, like looking at some salads and, you know, some other nuts, etc. Although I didn't do everything. But I didn't realize it was so long. It was actually 25 minutes, I think.
But it was a good episode for you.
Yes, yes. Yeah. I'm getting to enjoy it, the experience. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you gotten any feedback as yet, though, from people who've seen the previous episodes?
Yes, I'm actually getting quite a bit of feedback. Yeah, I think people really want to know about nutrition. And I'm hearing of people who want to collaborate and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, Ms. Hunt. So what I'll allow you to do right now is to just go ahead, as usual, and introduce episode 3.
Yes, so this episode we'll be looking at some healthy snacks, looking at some salads, fruit and vegetable salad, and also making some healthy breads. We're looking at 3 varieties, so yes, enjoy. Here we go. Welcome back to My Plate, A Healthy Plate. My name is Lisa Hunt, your nutritionist. So today we'll be making a healthy salad, a vegetable salad, a fruit salad, and some healthy snacks like mango bread, banana bread, and pumpkin bread. Yes, I said it. So the reason we are having this today is because we want to show that your snacks can also be healthy, balanced, and have variety. And so we have an array of different vegetables, fruits, we have nuts and seeds that we are going to make a healthy and balanced salad. Let's begin. So we will get our plates. We have our tomatoes, which I'm going to cut into cubes. You know, tomato is bright red. We want our colors when we are making our salad. Like I have said before, the more colors vegetable has or fruit has, is the more potent it is and more phytonutrients and antioxidants it has, which is good for our heart. Next, we are going to add green. We're going to add some lettuce. We have our greens, which is high in vitamin K, helps to clot our blood. I'm just gonna chop this, and then we're gonna add to our plate. So we have some green, we have some red, and we also have some cabbage here. So what I want to show you is that we can make a variety of salads by just using different vegetables. So let's begin. So take some. Lettuce. Then we're gonna add some corn. So whatever you like, if you like corn, you can add some corn to it. If you like beets, so there we have our yellow. If you like beets, you can have your sliced beets, or you can chop the beets into small cubes. Now beets is very red, very good for your blood, high in iron, and it also helps to detox your body. But be careful, you must probably have to use gloves because it can stain your hands. See, it's like red like blood though. But it's very healthy for the body. Okay, so we have some red, we have yellow, we have purple. You can add some carrots. Okay, so here is our first salad plate, and we are going to make another one. Okay, so this time we are going to use some cabbage. Take some cabbage here. Making a little mess, but that's okay, we're in the kitchen. Cabbage, okay. What should we add next? We can add some mango. So we have some chopped mango here. If you like mangoes, it gives it a little sweet flavor. Okay, so you can add any fruit that you desire. We also have some pineapple. Okay, so we can also add some lettuce if you desire, or you can leave it out. We also can add some dry fruits and nuts to make it, more balanced. Okay, so we have some dry fruit here, some raisins. We have some nuts. We have some cheese. Now, for some persons, they may not want to add all of these things in the salad, but if you are having a salad as a meal, it is okay because you will have all the 6 food groups in one salad. I have done it for myself, so you can try it. So we can add some of the raisins in there. You can add some cheese. You can add feta. It can be quite expensive, so we're using cheddar cheese. You can also add some nuts. Yes, and we will make a healthy vinaigrette to add to this salad. So now we have 2 variations. Now we are going to make a simple vinaigrette, which is healthier than the store-bought ones, because the ones in the store, they're usually high in fat and sugar and additives, and so you don't want to put these things in your body. So we are going to start with some vegetable oil, black pepper, and chopped garlic and onion. Now you can make your vinaigrette however you want. If you want to make it flavored, you can add some fruit juices to it, like pineapple juice, orange juice. You can make add mango puree to give it a nice zing flavor. You can also add avocado puree. So it depends on what you like to make it flavorful. And also if you blend it, it will actually be creamy. E poubali boti goût, ou sa mette jus mango, ou sa mette avocado, nou ka kuye zaboka, ou sa puree, e ki kay bali a bon ti goût. Sa met un petit axel, ou sa met un petit honey, kwa kuye miel, pour bali goût, et kou ka mix tout bagay ensemble. So ou sa fay manye ouvli. Dele moun kani même bagay la, et goût ka diferent. So basically, 2 persons can have the same ingredients and the flavor would be different because of the quantity of what they put in there. So we're just gonna give a splash of black pepper and about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can also use instead of the lime, you can use vinegar if you so desire, or you can use lemon. Like I've said before, food is an art. About a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. I would say about a tablespoon. It's quite thick. Yeah, it's very thick. So we're gonna add about a teaspoon. Mix well. And then we're gonna add a pinch of salt. So the sweetness, the sweet and the salty, well not salty, but you have a little salt, you have sweetness, and you have savory. So that gives it a nice zing. So just a pinch, a little bit, that's it. Mix. And you can taste. Remember, you are cooking for your home, so you can taste and see if it tastes good. The honey is very thick, so I'll give it a little stir. So if after you taste you realize that it's a bit, it's missing a little bit of flavor, it will let you know whether it's sweetness or a little bit of salt. You can also add it. So let me just, so maka goûter. Kama chabai. Kama chia bagay. Let me see. It's tasting better. The honey is so thick. Oh, it's good. It's tasting good, people. Wanna taste? Okay, so now we are going to put our vinaigrette over our salad. So we take a spoon. This will add some zing to your vegetable. Without the vinaigrette, it can be quite boring. This is just a sample. Now we are going to move on to making our fruit salad. So we only have 3 fruits today. You can have 1 fruit to make your fruit salad. You can have 2, you can have 3, you can have 4. However, be mindful that of the serving and your portion. So we're now going to cut the honeydew to make some cubes, smaller pieces. So nous allons couper fruits nous. Si vous faites un salade pour ça manger pour snack ou voulez mettre ou ça mettre yon fruit ou ça mettre 2 ou ça mettre 3. Même si vous mettez 3, on pouvait quantité à mettre parce qu'on pas vouloir un gros bowl salade. On est pour garder quantité à manger. Expressement si on a maladie, comme maladie chair, maladie diabetes, de quoi couiller pisadou, et puis nous ni quoi couiller ça là, pineapple. So we have our pineapple. Now when you cut them into the same size, it actually looks uniform and nice. Pineapple can be sweet, sometimes it's quite sour. So adding something sweeter like we have mango, which is usually sweet, having those 3 can make it, together can make it quite tasty. So there we have some, this is our melon, ça c'est moulon. And we have our sweet mango. So we have tangy and sweet. And we have colors. I know we are missing a bit of a red color, but that's okay. You use what you have at your home. If you have something red like watermelon, you can add your watermelon. So this is your fruit salad. You can also add some beet in there to give it a nice little red flavor. And you can also add some nuts and fruits if you so desire. We have, same as the vegetable salad, we have some dried fruit. If you want, you can add to it. Oops. Let's do this, just to give it a little more color. So we can add some dry fruit there. We also have some seeds. This is sesame, no, These sunflower seeds. We also have sesame seeds, and we have flax seeds. Those seeds are packed with nutrients, and so they are high in protein, they are high in fiber, and so adding them to your fruits, whether it's your fruit salad or your vegetable salad, will help to make your plate more balanced. There you go. And this ends the salad segment. We have our vegetable salad and our fruit salad. So 2 vegetable salads. And this is just fruits and some seeds. Another healthy snack option is a banana bread. So we have 3 varieties here. We have banana bread, a dark one, which is made with ripe bananas. Then we have pumpkin bread. Yes, pumpkin can make lovely yellow bread. And then we have mango. So all those mangoes we have wasting all around the place, we can make a lovely bread with it. And it's very healthy. Mango, as you can see, the colors are quite similar, but one is a fruit and one is a vegetable. So yes, people, there you have it. Your mango bread, your banana bread, and also your pumpkin bread. You can also make breads with, I've made it with plantain. You can make plantain bread. You can also make it with the other provisions. You know, food is an art, so you just try it out. Oh, I've also made sweet potato bread. So these are actually lovely. So I'm going to demonstrate how to make a banana bread. The recipe is actually the same. You're just going to substitute the banana for pumpkin or whichever vegetable or fruit that you have. So today I am going to be making pumpkin bread. So firstly, we are going to start with our wet ingredients. So we have a cup of mashed or pureed mango. Mango from my backyard, yes. Then we are going to add about a 1/3 cup of oil. You can use oil or you can use butter, whichever you choose, but I prefer to use the oil, vegetable oil. Let's make some space here. Okay. So you pour that in. We're going to use 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs. One. 2 eggs. We are going to whisk those eggs. Eggs help your bread to raise nicely and also add some nutritional value to your bread. And you are going to add it there. Some people make their breads in a variety of ways. Some people, they use a mixer, but I just mix everything together and it comes out fine. So you can make those breads for your children as part of their healthy snack instead of giving them packaged items like sweet biscuits that is high in additives, high in sugar, salt, and trans fats that actually is very bad for our health. You know, heart disease starts from children, so you want to give your children and your family healthy snacks. So now it's mixed together. So now we have our flour. We have whole wheat flour and also a bit of flax seeds in there. So we are going to mix the flour, the dry, with the wet ingredients. We are basically going to fold it in. So you fold it in. And also in there is a bit of baking powder and baking soda. So about 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 or 2 teaspoons, and baking soda about 1/2 teaspoon. If you put too much baking soda, it's gonna affect the flavor. I don't like too much baking soda in my breads, so I usually add more of the baking powder and a little bit of the baking soda. So to make your bread even tastier, so for example, this mango bread has coconut in there. You can add coconut, or you can also add nuts. So we have walnuts here, so you can add walnuts, or we can add coconuts. Have a bit of coconut here. You can also add raisins, or you can add chocolate chips for your children. This is gonna add some sweetness. There's something I forgot, a bit of honey. So this one, these are very low in sugar. For this one, I add only 1 tablespoon of honey. The reason being is because mango is already sweet and it does not really need sugar. So, and if you add raisins, then you can omit the honey, okay? So this is what the mixture looks like. If we add a bit of raisins, and then you pour into your pan, your grease pan, and you bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Depending on your oven, it might be a little more or less. And voila, this is what you would get. Lovely mango bread for your family. Let's taste. It's actually sweet. No need for sugar. So now we are going to look at some other healthy snack options for your family. So now we are going to make some vegetable sticks that you can use as a healthy option. So we are going to make some carrot sticks. Get your carrots, make sure you wash your carrots, cut it, you peel it. Carrots are so versatile. There are so many things you can make with carrots. You can make carrot bread as well. So you can give them carrot sticks as a healthy snack to go to school. So you cut in wedgie in half, and you just cut into, make some long. And you can serve this with some peanut butter. So you have the carrots. We'll also make it with some cucumber as well. Cut the sides. Make sure you wash your vegetable. So for these ones, we're going to make them a little shorter. Cut in half. So these short ones can be for children or for you adults, whatever you desire. If you want it this size, it could be fine. If you want it slimmer or smaller, you can cut out the insides. It looks a little better. So you have your green and your orange. Cucumber is very high in water, cucumber, melons, and so they help to hydrate your body. Okay, so that's it for our sticks. You can serve it with hummus as well. Hummus is made with chickpeas, where you blend it. Cooked hummus, of course, and you can add your spices to it, like a little black pepper, some garlic, etc., whatever you like. So there you have it, folks. So this is another healthy snack. So now we are going to go to making what you call homemade granola using oats, coconut, and some nuts and seeds. So here we have oats that has been dehydrated in the oven with the coconut. I added some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and also some pineapple, some dehydrated pineapple as well. And you can add anything you want to your muesli. So this was in the oven for a few minutes to make sure it was dried, and we can add any nuts that you want. So now we have walnuts. You can add some walnuts, but it doesn't have to be walnuts. And you can add any nut that you desire. In there, you can add your seeds. So I have flax seeds and sesame seeds, so you can add this to it. If you don't have it, it's okay. I'm just giving you some things some options. You can add raisins or cranberry. If you don't like raisins or cranberry, you can leave that out. You can also add pumpkin seeds as well. I don't have pumpkin seeds here, but you can add pumpkin seeds. And all you do is you just mix them together. There you have it. We have nuts, we have some dried fruit, we have coconuts, we have oats. So you can use this as a breakfast item, your cereal with your milk. You can have it as a dinner item, or you can have it as a snack. So now I'm going to demonstrate how you can have this as a snack. So you can have it as what you call a parfait. So you have your glass. You know, you want to be a little fancy. So you add some. So we have some pineapple. So you can have pineapple, you can have mango, or any fruits that you desire. You chop it up into nice chunks, whichever size you like. It's big or small, it doesn't matter. You're going to put this at the bottom of your glass, whichever glass you have. Okay, then you're going to take your yogurt. It can be plain or flavored yogurt. You put your yogurt, and it's a very healthy snack for children. If you have plain, eating it with the fruit will add some sweetness. So you add some yogurt here. Now, if the fruit is a very bright color, like mango, it will show very nicely on there. And what you can do now is you add some of the granola on there with your nuts and your dried fruits. Yep, and this is a healthy snack for you and your children. Other options of snacks, we can have popcorn. You can make your homemade popcorn for your children, and you can also have some plantain, which is grilled plantain, not fried. Fried can add a lot of fat, but you can use a non-stick pan or a cast iron and slice it nicely. So this too can be a snack. You can also dehydrate it as well, because you know we have chips from the package, but you can make it at your home where you're having your healthy snack. So there you have it, folks. There are many options that we have for healthy snacks. We do not need to be buying all those packaged items for our children or for ourselves, because we know they are high in sugar, fat, and salt. And so we want to ensure that we are having a healthy plate to ensure that we are living a healthy lifestyle, so we can use any food to become a snack. Thank you for watching My Plate, a Healthy Plate. See you next time, where I will present more healthy options. I am Lisa Hunt, your nutritionist. Merci pour avoir programme là. Nou kay wè an lot jou ko mou kay pale about manger ki kay nouite koa.
And there you have it. That was My Plate, a Healthy Plate, episode 3. And I have to say to Ms. Hunt, with each episode, I am even more impressed with her skills, and I learned something, and I am also encouraged and inspired to try all of those recipes, because you made it look so easy. That was pretty amazing. That was a great episode, Ms. Hunt.
Yes, especially the banana bread. I made an error. It was actually not pumpkin, it was mango. And at the beginning I said I was going to make pumpkin bread, because the two look so alike, but it's actually a mango bread.
And yes. I realized you were a little taken aback by how sweet it was, because you tasted it for the first time.
I know that mangoes are very sweet, but when I tasted it, I didn't expect it to be so sweet. So that's how I was surprised. I said, so we don't even need sugar, because the mango is already adding all the sweetness.
I love the variations. And then that little part, I think anybody who saw that part would have laughed, where you said you were missing something in the vinaigrette.
Because I want people to know that, you know, when you're cooking at home, it's about perfection. So, you know, you try it out, you know, you see it's missing something, you're making your own vinaigrette, so it's missing something, then you add something else. So
you taste.
It's not about perfection, it's about you have to measure everything because you're cooking at home.
True.
So I let my authentic self, you know, come out and see.
And we appreciate
something.
that. We love that. I laugh hard.
So I had to add something to it to make it taste.
And then, of course, it tasted better.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually good.
And sometimes as well, if the family is home while you're doing it, and you know something might taste off to you, and you get somebody else in the family to taste it, and they're like, "Well, no, it tastes good," or they might tell you, "Maybe try add a little more of this or a little more of that." So it even becomes, you know, it's a family vibe. I love that.
Yes, and it's okay if it's missing something. Just you could try out certain things. You might try the banana bread. It doesn't come out so good. You have to keep trying until you get better. So,
but that recipe looked pretty easy.
Yeah,
I have to see.
Yes.
But what we're going to do right now, because we have to continue the conversation with Ms. Hunt, we're going to take a really quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get some more information on healthy snacking options. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Trans fats are either naturally occurring or industrially produced. Industrially produced trans fats are made by adding hydrogen to vegetable oils, so make them solid. These oils become hydrogenated oils and can be found in the nutrition facts of certain products. Look closely in the ingredients list for hydrogenated oils, which would indicate that the product contains trans fats.
This message is brought to you by the Nutrition Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
Join us every Thursday from September 4th on Hot 7 from 9:30am to 10:30am. Don't miss this great opportunity to make life-benefiting changes to preparing meals.
Welcome back to the Wellness Hour, and of course we just premiered episode 3, My Plate, A Healthy Plate, hosted by Miss Lisa Hunt, our chief nutritionist, or as she says, your nutritionist, because she's bringing all of the important information to you. And that episode featured healthy snacking options. And now that we have her here to discuss that episode, Miss Hunt, I just wanted to ask some more questions about, you know, why is snacking, you know, an important part of our daily lives? When we think of the meals that we eat, why is snacking important?
Okay, so let me go back. Nutrition is very dynamic, and so, you know, I studied a while back, and so we thought that persons were supposed to have 3 meals a day and 2 snacks in between. That's what we were taught. But as science evolved, we realized that we do not need to snack on some, and in fact, it can be counterproductive where we are constantly eating, and so we're not giving our body a break. So it's like every 3 hours we are chowing or chopping, eating something, and sometimes it can have a negative effect on our body. However, snacking has its place, especially for clients or patients who may be diabetic, and they're on insulin, so there's a particular time they're supposed to eat, and then that can be one. We can use those healthy snacks as maybe as meals. So for example, you on the go and you may not be able to have a meal, then you can use the snack as a meal. And I'm talking about healthy snacks, not the packaged stuff.
Snacks.
Yes. So snacking does not have to be part of a healthy diet. However, it can be depending on your situation.
Definitely. Yeah. And so that's why, as you said, everybody is unique. Now, when you think of snacking, listen, what are some, you know, common mistakes we probably make when we're reaching for a snack or think that we need a snack?
I think number one, snacking has been given, there's a negative connotation with snacking that it's always bad. But we want to change that culture. We want to think that snacking should be healthy. And so the mistakes that we make is, you know, I always go back to the children because they give them those high salted, can't name them, but high salted chips,
sugary
things that is in a packet with a number of ingredients that we cannot pronounce. And so, you know, snacking has become something that is high in sugar, high in fats, trans fats, and high in salt. And that's not what we want. We want snacking to be healthy, to be foods with nutrients that will help to build our bodies, help to fight against diseases, help to fuel us. That's what snacking should be.
And similar to, you know, the portion sizes in our plate model, what would be your recommendations for portion sizes when snacking?
Yes, for example, nuts. Nuts is one that we should really look at the portion size because nuts, while they are healthy, they're very high in calories, and so they can contribute to weight gain. So even if something is healthy, it doesn't mean that you can have any amount of it. And I want people to pay attention to that because we've had that as a dietitian. I saw that all the time. Like you said, okay, this is healthy, and people think that they can eat any amount. You still must measure.
Definitely.
So nuts, seeds, you know, these we have to.
Because we do find ourselves overindulging as well. I mean, I remember the last time you gave a really good tip in terms of not, you know, probably we have something that's packaged and then we open it and we just
consume all of it.
Exactly, as opposed to just maybe taking a little bit from it and then, you know, we eat that, we have that. So that's also important.
And just as breads, like the quick breads. We call them quick breads. It's not savory breads. The quick breads, quick breads are made with baking powder. And so these, yes, can be snack, but again, you have to pay attention to the amount that you have in. So you take a little slice for your snack, not 3 slices, not half of it, or eat it until you know your body craves for it. So we have to pay attention to the amount that we are eating.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And with snacking as well, Ms. Hunt, are there any things that could maybe help to maintain energy levels? You know, sometimes throughout the day or at some point during the day, you maybe feel a little low on energy, a little tired. Is there anything snack-wise that might be able to boost or pick you up? Outside of probably grabbing a glass of water, which I find also helps sometimes.
Yes, so if you want the snacking to give you energy, you must think of fiber, protein that will keep you full. So again, you can have nuts, you can have a healthy smoothie that is balanced. You know, next episode will be a smoothie, so I don't want to give away all the things I already said. But yeah, you know, if you think of a little packet of nuts, you know, the thing is that they're packaged now in small packets. So small packets of nuts, whichever one you desire. Cashew, we have cashew, walnuts, you have peanuts, almonds. And one thing I would recommend is try to use different nuts. You know, while we may always think of money and nuts are expensive, but you can get a small amount of walnuts because they have different nutrients in them. They're not all equal. And so you can, you know, change, even if it's twice a week, you have some nuts. You can have different ones. Sometimes we only eat peanuts and that's it. But try to change and have different ones.
Definitely. I mean, I go to Glass Supermarket, which is close to my home, and they usually have the walnuts repackaged, a smaller packet and the prices are a little bit more affordable as well. So you can always look into that, and maybe if you buy 2 or 3, then you can mix.
I was about to say that you can
portions.
mix, and also if you don't want to just have nuts, you can mix it with a bit of dry fruit.
I love the raisins.
Yes, and you can add some oats to it, almost like the muesli or the granola cereal. I think that makes a very excellent snack because in there you have a little coconut, you know. So
I love that granola, and you were able to mix it in with
I actually forgot I mentioned that I added some peanut butter to it, but you can omit that.
Okay.
I was just trying to try something different. So I added some peanut butter to the oats, the dry oats, and then I added some, so it will kind of make it a little wet. And so I added some dehydrated pineapple. However, what I do not like about the pineapple that they sell here, it is sweet. So I actually soaked it in water. I soaked it in water to remove the sugar. I thought it was too sweet to kind of take it out, and then I dried it in the oven with everything. I mixed it up, and the nuts and the seeds you add it after because it can get a little to me over cooked. So I dried it in the oven, and then I added the nuts and seeds like you saw. on the program. I added it after. I think this is such a wonderful snack.
Yeah, and then with the
'Cause you got the
coconuts
nuts,
as
you have coconuts, you
well.
have the oats, so you have
You can put
different
in the
food groups,
raisins.
yes, and yeah, it's and I add it to yogurt. Sometimes I have it as,
I
as a
love
breakfast
that.
item. Yes, it's really
So you
tasty.
did the parfait. You can eat it as a just by itself as a nice snack.
Yeah.
You can even add it to the salad. I love how you were switching up the salads as well.
Yes, you can add it to salad. You can add anything you want to your salads. Eggs. I've added hard-boiled eggs to the salad. So I've had a salad where it has every food group.
I love that because you get
but
your
it's like
proteins and
you
everything.
have it's like a meal. It's like a meal. You know, if you don't want to, if you're trying to watch your weight, etc. So you have a nice filling salad, and you will be full because there's nuts in there. You have some other protein sources, like if you add a little grated cheese, or you add you know. Yes, you have the fruits and the vegetables already,
Right.
but you add some seeds. You add, what's the seed I could not remember?
The sunflower.
The sunflower seeds. I cannot remember the name of sunflower
Oh
seeds.
my god!
You can add sunflower, you can add chia seeds. You know, all of these, they're high in protein. And you have the omega-3 fatty acids in the chia seeds. You have sesame. And these seeds, people don't use them much. Whilst you may just take the seeds to eat, you may not do that, but at least you can add it to your salads, and you can add it to your smoothies, and you can also add it to salads, smoothies, and also
yes.
to the
dry
muesli.
granola, yes,
yes.
that you did. So those are perfect. And I've seen the packets; they're pretty affordable. And again, if you get a few of the packets, you just need a little.
Well, I wouldn't buy the
bit
packets
from
because let me
each.
tell you, if you buy them separate and you mix them, you'll be saving a lot of money. Trust
there
me.
you go.
So,
So
do it
back,
yourself.
you mix it up
Yes,
yourself, and
you
then
will be saving a lot of money. So
That's a
you
good
buy them
idea.
in a little, the bigger package, and then you can put them in a jar, mix them, and have them there. Trust
you
me,
go.
you save a lot of money.
and then you just use them as you need it. So again, you're not just learning about nutrition, you're learning ways to save
your money. Yes.
Let me tell you, that is so important.
Yes.
And when we think about, people might say, okay, should they just skip snacking altogether? What would be your thoughts on that?
Well, like I said before, you may not need to snack, and sometimes you have your breakfast. Let's say you have your breakfast at 8 o'clock, lunch at 12. What snacking are you doing between that? This is just 4 hours.
That's what I was thinking.
So if you are going to snack, make sure the snack might be a healthy snack that probably replaces your meal. Yeah. For children, it's a different case, but I'm talking about adults right now. Yeah,
I totally, because I was just thinking, sometimes you eat healthy enough, maybe you had a heavier breakfast, and so there really is no need, for the snacking in between. I think we just, sometimes it's all in your mind. You kind of tell yourself you feel for something, but do you really, feel for it? But then again, like you said, Miss Hunt, maybe you had to run out of the office to get some stuff done, or your day of work is out of office and you didn't get a chance to, have that full lunch or something. Then that's where the snacking would come in, so that you're not leaving yourself hungry and starved. You're actually still eating something, and so that's where the snacking would come in. And then I know I'm guilty of that, late night snacking. Is it always bad? Can we make it healthier, or should we really just cut it out altogether?
The snacking at night would depend on, again, just like your meal, what time are you going to bed? So let's say you've eaten at, maybe you had your meal at 5 and you're going to bed at 11. 3 hours before 11 o'clock, you're having a healthy snack, that's okay.
Okay.
But if you are snacking and then going to bed, actually I'm guilty of it. But it's not good. It's not good because we're going to sleep with food in our stomach without it even being digested. And time of sleep is time for your body to be rejuvenating, your cells, building, fixing whatever is happening, repairing. And so your body is now digesting food. So you're now sending your enzyme to do other work when it should be doing the repairing.
Exactly.
So we should not be snacking at night.
There you go.
If we are, it has to be 3 hours before we go to bed.
So
just
make
like
sure
your
you
meals.
time it. Make sure you time it properly. So if you can avoid it altogether, there you go. And Ms. Han, just to wrap up again, any simple changes that you would recommend every household in St. Lucia can make when it comes to snacking?
Yes, pay attention to what you are giving your children, what you are consuming, and as I demonstrated, there are simple things that we can do to make our snacking healthier. We want our plate healthier, we want our snacks healthy as well. So small changes, you will see big impact. So think of what is it that you can change. Like, okay, what is it that I want to change? Maybe you used to giving your children packaged biscuits, etc. See how you can make that change for the sake of your child's health.
Well said, Ms. Hunt. And again, I want to thank you so much. These episodes have been very informative. You're doing an amazing job, and you make it very easy. The information is easy to retain and understand. And I think now you're in all households, and you're just inspiring and encouraging people to eat healthy, think healthy, live healthier lifestyles, and showing us that it is so easy and you can save money while doing it. So we're really just taking away that concept of, eating healthy can be expensive. No, I think, Ms. Hunt, you've really brought to the table that it's easy to do it every day, and if we do it properly, we can save a lot of money. So we thank you for that. I'm excited to see what's in store for the next episode. We're going to be looking at healthy smoothies.
Yes. It's a shorter episode, This one was too long, so we had to shorten the other one.
Definitely. So we're super happy about that. And of course, Ms. Hunt, that's all the time we have. I know you're as well. You're going to have a busy week next week. You have a conference coming up.
Yes, for the principals and policymakers.
Nice.
Again, discussing how we can make our schools healthy. It's very important that we change the way that we feed our children, because they are the leaders of tomorrow, and so we must take action now.
I love that. So you can see Ms. Hunt wears many hats, and of course she has so much doing, but she finds the time to, host these episodes and bring you that important nutritional information. So again, kudos to you on that, Ms. Hunt. We thank you. You've been doing an amazing job. We're excited to see what's in store next week. And of course, we want to say thanks to the guys at Hot 7, our tech team, you, the viewers, for joining us for another amazing episode of the Wellness Hour. I'll be back here next week to bring you another episode, and of course, more information from My Plate to Healthy Plate. And we hope that you have yourself an amazing Thursday. I'll see you next week for more on the Wellness Hour.
Hot 7 TV is the rising star of television in St. Lucia, with our stunning 100% HD quality, fresh, exciting programming